the truth seeker anthem.
Yeah, yeah, you know what time it is. Turn it up.
Great vibes. Great vibes.
Great vibes on 10.
Great vibes.
Yeah.
Great vibes.
Walk in the room and the energy changes. Big personality, never basic. Confidence high, always bringing the fun. When he shows up, the party's begun. Mr. Clean Shining, yeah, you know the name. Bald head glowing like a Hall of Fame. He rolls his eyes every time that we say it, but deep down inside, we know he'll never trade it. Rub that shiny dome, make a wish, that's a scene. Everybody laughing, what's up, Mr. Clean? They call him a genie, yeah, that's routine. One little rub and you live in the dream. Then out of nowhere, surprise disguise. Two-Pete comes out and the whole room cries. New look loading, what's next today? You never know what he's gonna display. 3 different headphones, always prepared. Different vibes for every moment shared. Music, research, or something brand new. He's got a setup for whatever he'll do.
Great vibes on 10.
Let the whole world know. Bring that energy everywhere we'll go.
Great vibes on 10.
Turn it up again. That's the kind of vibe you can't pretend.
Great vibes on 10.
Say it loud, say it proud. Bring the truth and bring the crowd.
Vibes on 10.
From beginning to end, hit that replay, run it again.
Always got questions, always digging deep, looking for answers that others might keep. Not just the headlines, not just the noise, searching for facts with a curious voice. Kicking the dots, putting pieces in place, taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight, searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way, bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time, looking for answers and following the signs.
And everybody knows when that moment arrives, the room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through, the phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's a signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibes?
Great vibes.
Head first. What number?
Great vibes.
10. Who wants the truth?
Way through.
Turn it up.
Great vibes. Great vibes on 10.
Let the whole world know. Truth, laughs, and energy everywhere we go.
Great vibes on 10.
We're here to win. Bring the questions and dive right in. From the shiny head to the headphone stack, from the facts to research to the phone we bring back.
Great vibes on 10.
Oh, forever our friend. Turn it up.
Great vibes on 10.
Turn it up again. That's the kind of vibe you can't pretend.
Great vibes on 10.
Say it loud, say it proud. Bring the truth and bring the crowd.
Vibes on 10.
From beginning to end, hit that replay, run it again.
Always got questions, always digging deep, looking for answers that others might keep. Not just the headlines, not just the noise, searching for facts with a curious voice. Kicking the dots, putting pieces in place, taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight, searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way, bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time, looking for answers and following the signs.
And everybody knows when that moment arrives, the room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through, the phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's a signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibes?
Great vibes.
Head first. What number?
Great vibes.
10. Who wants the truth?
Way through.
Turn it up.
Great vibes.
y'all, we back for a second go around. Thank y'all so much for being here on tonight. I don't know why we do that. Before we start speaking, we always have to adjust the damn microphone. I don't know why. I see comedians doing that. When people get on these podcasts, they be able to adjust it. Ain't shit wrong with the damn microphone. It's just like a habit, that we do. You said you've learned the words to it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Damn. I'm still trying to learn the words. I'm still trying to learn these words. That's right. The truth never quits, and neither should we. That's the biggest thing with this intro, and also just the theme song in general. But again, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here for part 2 on tonight. It's good to see y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming in. I see y'all was throwing out the heart me's, the roses, and I think Queen Neil, you put in the chat that you're not satisfied that your taps isn't showing. I don't know why that's happening for real, because it's not just you, it's several other people that's happening to. I'm having issues with the YouTube. They're not sending out notifications. They're not sending out notifications for TikTok either. Rumble is fine. Well, I really don't know what's going on, and I don't understand why y'all taps isn't counting. So I see T's counts. I see Michigan gal. I see Tizzy. I see Tay Tay's. I see Pretty Girl. I see Tammy. I see Crystal. I see Ella Vera. I see Nikki, and I see Apple User. And of course, it's more. Um, I see AJ's. I She said that's how I support. I need my motherfucking taps. Um, no, yours haven't stalled, aloe vera. Yours moving. Yours moving. I mean the program looks like it's working fine. You said it doesn't show on the board, so weird. Aloe vera, you number one. You was at number two, and now you're at number one. Uh, who he for GV? Shit, I don't know. I don't know. Randy just came out of nowhere and said you said call the office. I'll call them in the morning. I don't know what office to call, but I'll call them in the morning. Um, if you suggest that, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna get the number from. I don't know what office I'm going to call, but somebody's going to get called. Even if I have to prank phone call them, I'm going to call them. All right. Uh, Randy, behave tonight. Listen, again, y'all, thank y'all for being here. If you was here earlier this afternoon when we went live, we pretty much covered um Nolan Wells' parents. They hired a new attorney, a local attorney, to help out with the investigation. Somebody that knows the city, somebody that knows the people, somebody that understands how the justice system works in that particular city. So let's see how that's going to go. And also, we educated ourselves on how a bilge pump works. What would be the contributing factors for a failing pump? And so we went over that also, which was a lot of great information. Now I told y'all about this evening what we were going to cover. Y'all see the thumbnail, um, and also with that thumbnail, I should have added um, that this is the same man, right? He works for the Cajun style jalapeno Navy. He went with Nolan's mom to the corner, and when I tell y'all, when he described what he saw, It's going to be all I'm gonna say is it may be emotional for some, especially if you lost a loved one recently and you still dealing with that. Um, because when somebody loses a loved one, and when it's time for the family to identify the body, that's not an easy task. And sometimes that's still ingrained in people's minds. Um, because I mean, what person, Yvonne, thank you for your hand hearts. Nicole, thank you for your heart meat. Kenya, thank you for your heart meat. I mean, honestly, what person wants to see um their loved one in a position or in a state like that? Mm. So, um, when I was listening to this interview with Nancy and this young man from the Louisiana hot sauce Navy, um, I ain't gonna hold you. It shook me a little because again, sometimes it can bring up memories that you thought you forgotten about. I would definitely say this is going to be a trigger alert for tonight's live. AJ, thank you for the love you. And Nora, thank you for your heart meat. So I'm just giving y'all, a heads up. And also while I play this interview, again, everybody welcome in. Q Chaos welcome in. Bass player welcome in. Cool Mama welcome in. Um, y'all, let's be respectful. Let's keep it adultish in the chat. Um, share the live stream out. And also, if you see the follow button at the top of your screen, hit that follow button. Gina, thank you so much for your Go Pops. Chillin' Jamie, welcome in. All right. Uh, Chelsea, do you be modding the chat? Chelsea, how you doing? Gina, thank you again. I'll see Chelsea, then like at the beginning, then she just disappears. Um, Pretty girl, thank you for your 15 votes. Baby girl, thank you for your 29 roses. Um, Chelsea. If anybody don't know who Chelsea is, she's one of the moderators. Chelsea. If Chelsea don't say anything in the chat, I'm gonna go grab them bees that she be making and them watermelon fruit uh buttercup scotch bread bees that she be making. It's gonna be a problem. Oh, bees. I eat bees. I think that was bees. It's something about cookie dough that you be selling on eBay and also selling to people on Skid Row because Tori was there selling ass. Pretty girl, thank you for the little kisses and God's favor. Thank you for the love you so much. Uh, Yvonne, don't be telling me to leave people alone. I have very high expectations for my moderators, and they know that. Don't you tell me to leave people alone. From England here, are there any further updates from the audio recording, please? Do y'all do your own homework?
I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Tania, how you doing? Good to see y'all. Let's see. Pretty girl says sometimes, but you're a trusted, reliable source. Hell, I barely even can trust my own ass. Y'all, this past month has been very challenging for your boy GV, and I really haven't been on my game. But again, it's going to change. Things are going to get better. Um, so again, the only thing I ask for y'all to do is just be patient with me. And I know I've been asking for that. Asking for that a lot. So y'all just be patient with me. That's all. Just be patient. So you said from day one this gave me Get Out vibes. I know you motherfucking lying. That Legally Blind scene was fun. I know. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop right to the video. Who was here earlier when we? Nah, I asked that later. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get right to it. I'm not finna do a long intro. It's not going to be anything drawn out. I want us to get right into it because this interview right here alone is 45 minutes, and a lot of times what I like to do is stop it every now and then and put my own spin on it. You know, a little commentary, and sometimes that will extend it out. Because again, social media do not allow us to play full videos. If we do that, I would get a copyright strike over on YouTube. TikTok would take my platform down because it's unproduced original content, and the list goes on. So when y'all see me stop the video again, don't come in here and say, "Hey man, let the video play." You start your own live, you play a video so your live stream could get banned. It be people that don't know anything about the rules and regulations on social media. They just go in and just watch, but don't know the other side to social media and be trying to tell other people how to run their motherfucking platform. Let's see, baby girl, thank you for the chili peppers. That right there will make you do bad, and it be burning. Gina, thank you for the love you, and again, baby girl, thank you for the slow motion. Again, aloe vera, thank you so much for putting that. Do y'all understand? I don't do that. That's not me. Y'all have the control to do that. That's not me. Those are gifts you can buy to make that happen. So YouTube and Rumble, when y'all hear that, that's not me. That's TikTok. They doing that. That was cuz. So I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, that's TikTok doing that. Watch this right here. Hey, somebody else send something. Somebody do that again. Look, my hand's gonna be right here. It doesn't. Don't y'all do it at one.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut your fucking mouth! Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Why did I add that sound in there? Can you imagine somebody singing at a concert and they singing that particular song and somebody's crashing out telling them to shut the fuck up like that? Oh shit. Man, oh shit. And listen, just to let y'all know, Queen Momo, how you doing, sweetheart? Just to let y'all know, what y'all see, this studio that I have, this is not something that I built overnight. It took like overall, it took like 5, 6 years to kind of, build this stuff out. So when you hear certain stuff, man, don't get mad at me, okay? I can't control the music on social media on TikTok, but I can control the effects, and I had to throw that in there, like for him to crash the fuck out, like that shit was funny, and I hit that button by accident because I was about to hit another button. I was about to hit the censor button, but my finger went over and hit this.
Shut your fucking mouth!
So that's
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
I, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use it now. So every time somebody sing that song, I'm going to hit that button. It's very simple. Just very simple. Uh, so let's go ahead and get to the video. Um, and listen, y'all, listen. Don't forget to knock out the daily live goal, and also uh, and also y'all, the gift gallery, real quick, y'all, real quick. Let me So what was so with that song, you're hitting a button. Is that why it keeps making that sound? Yeah. Yeah, that right here. Yeah. That sound is me. Let's see. Hold on. Boy, this whole platform is going to hell. Let's see. Mika, thank you for the roses. Radical lit up the Leon the Lion. B Genie, the Future City, and also the Flying Jets. Cuz lit up the Galaxy. Miss B did the big booty, the stout ass Corgis. April the Nurse lit up the Hand Hearts. La Love lit up the Hat and Mustache. Letty did the Hearts, and Peanut did the Donut. So we have the Money Gun, DJ Glasses, the Swan, Fireworks, Well, Dive In, Meteor Shower, Interstellar Leopard, Party On and On, Lion, and the Zeus. And we will be done with the gift gallery. So y'all go ahead and do what y'all got to do, and I really appreciate that. Y'all was knocking it out. All right, let's go. Crystal, why every time you come in here, you say our community is tired up? All right, y'all, let's go.
Could it be a decompositional change? Could it be something else like blunt force injury? It's hard to say at this point in time.
I find it very difficult to believe, Dr. Kendall Crowns, that not one, but two medical examiners cannot figure out why he had deep red subcutaneous markings. Joining us tonight, an all-star panel, but first straight to a special guest, Josh Gill with the Cajun Navy, who, as you know, searched for Nolan's body. Josh, thank you for being with us. The
Morning, ma'am.
day unfolded when Nolan's body was found very bizarrely. You were there. I'm going to get to your trip to the coroner's office along with the family, but I want you to start at the beginning. What happened at the beginning of that day? We believe that Nolan likely died on July the 4th. Let's start with the day that Nolan's body was found and that you ended up at the coroner's office. Start at the beginning.
So early that morning, I deployed some resources. I deployed an aircraft, fixed-wing aircraft that wheels up at 0635, as you can see right there from the photographs. I was on my way to the Lake Mars boat launch. That's where the Tactical Operations Center was set up. And I received a phone call. Received that phone call from the Sheriff's Department that a body had been found. Didn't say who it was. I was probably 15 minutes out from the location. I then received a phone call.
Carla, thank you so much for your love. You and also Turner's Tumblers. Thank you for I like what I see times since. Times. You sit so.
Within minutes after the conversation from the sheriff's office from Nolan's mother, Christine, and she was frantic. Again, that mother's intuition, she knew what was going on. So I'm meeting at the boat launch. I was there about 15 minutes ahead of time. Had
Hold on
conversations
just
with
one
the
moment.
sheriff.
Hold on.
Yep.
For those of you just joining us,
Yep.
Josh Gill is with us. He is the United Cajun Navy Incident commander in the search for Nolan Wells, you stated that you received a phone call from Nolan's mother, Christine. You said she was frantic. What was she saying?
So again, I'm going to paraphrase. She said that they had found him, that they had found a body. My biggest concern at that exact moment was to make sure that she was safe, that she had, a safe way to get there, because it was the beginning of what's more than likely to be the worst day of her life. Again, so
Okay,
continuing
hold on. Josh, you got me drinking from the fire hydrant here. Every word you're saying sparks 100 questions. So,
Sure.
Nolan Wells' mother calls you. Okay, where was she when she called?
She was en route to the boat launch as well. We were meeting there
Okay.
For the search.
Okay, had she been told that a body had been found?
Yet when she called me, so we had earlier communication, but via text, when she called me, she told me that a body had been found. She had been notified by the sheriff's department.
Oh,
Sick of paying for hours you aren't even sure your team actually worked? See this little sticker tag from Connect Team? It's gonna save you tens of thousands.
God.
Chillin', thank you so much for the cow napping. And this is the same sheriff's office where somebody that knows somebody works at, allegedly. Nikki, thank you for the love you. Dick and juicy. The hell that mean? Thank you for your heart meat. What the hell thick and juicy means? You're talking about like lemonade? Are you talking about thick and juicy like a ham? Like, are you are you talking about like a hamburger with no meat? It's just all burger. It's just all, you know, just bread and lettuce. Are you talking about thick and juicy? I don't know. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I don't know what thick and juicy means. I mean, you said a peach. I don't know. That's not what it says in her username. It doesn't say thick and peachy. It say thick and juicy. So what is juicy? What is juicy? Explain that. No, I ain't. No, don't say me. No, that wasn't my question. No, no. What is juicy? Still, I ain't focused on this. When I seen that heart meat right here, so what y'all see behind me, right? I'm looking at it right here, so it pops in my face. So when y'all throw a gift, I can say, "Hey, y'all, thank y'all for this," right? But when I seen that, right, thick and juicy, I seen the heart meat. So what do juicy means? In a minute, she about to cuss me out, but that's fine. I'm used to it. You know what? This chat is sad. This chat, thick and juicy. You see what you?
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Thick and juicy. Do you see what your black ass started it? You got music going crazy. You got people crashing out in the background, all because your username is thick and juicy. God damn it. Change it. Y'all, welcome in. Let's go.
Gosh. No wonder she was frantic. So she calls you. She's just been told by the sheriff a body has been found. She calls you. Mm-hmm. You're going to the boat launch. What boat launch? Where?
That's the Lake Mars boat launch.
Why there?
So that's where the operation was set up. That's where the search operations, the tactical operations center was there. They had a mobile command unit, and the multiple entities and agencies were basing their operations out of there. So what it is a boat launch. Again, they could launch rather quickly. It's a protected area to launch and then make that run to Horn Island and the surrounding areas.
Okay, so you agreed with her. Did she ask you to meet at the boat launch?
Oh, she knew I was going to that boat launch, and she actually asked me that morning, early that morning, where we were going to meet. And I told her, here's the best place. Here's where the operation is beginning.
Okay.
It was a secured location by the sheriff's department. So, that's where they were running their operation on. And that's a common practice.
Question, do you know why Nolan's mother wanted you to go with her to Horn Island?
So we had communication. She called me, literally called me. We had a voice conversation that Sunday morning, about 7:00, 7:30. She had called and asked for some assistance. After that phone call, I asked to memorialize all of our conversations so I could go back and look at information. And that's not uncommon
What kind
for
of
families to
assistance
call
did
us
she
and ask
need?
us. Find my son. There it is.
So she asked you to help find her son, that assistance. Okay, got it. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, so she asked for that assistance, find my son, find Nolan. Started gathering information on who he is, who he was with, where he was. She made it very clear that he was with some friends, that they had been on Horn Island. So then I start launching resources immediately. And then
Okay,
after I
hold on
launched the
right there.
resources, I start.
Hold on.
Yep.
Josh, what
Yep.
specifically did she say about him going to Horn Island with friends, if you can recall?
So she said that he went to Horn Island with friends. It's July 4th, and Horn Island's a location that's well known and well visited by people partying and hanging out for July 4th. It's a huge boating community, and that was a location where boats congregate and enjoy the 4th.
Okay, so she says he went to Horn Island on the 4th with friends. Got it, okay. So you meet at the boat ramp. And when you first saw her, what was her demeanor?
So she came to me. She gets out of the vehicle, comes to me, gives me a big hug. Again, it's a mother who her intuition is that her body was just found.
Get your hand off your phone.
So obviously sad.
According to what we
and-
learned, the moment she gets out of the vehicle, she runs straight to you and is hyperventilating.
Absolutely. She came straight to
What
me.
happened?
20 people. She gives me a big hug and starts crying. And
Can y'all imagine? Because as they're painting this picture, I'm putting myself like somebody that's on the sideline, watching all this unfold. And you got somebody like Tatum. I mean, for you have a whole family. They lost their son, and you get he get his ass on social media. Again, what goes around comes around, because now he's under attack by so many content creators, and y'all been seeing that. Whatever you put out, you definitely going to get it back, and I've been saying that for the longest. All that bad energy that he's been throwing out to people, especially people of the melanated background. Now you got memes and a lot of AI videos of Tatum and his wife going around social media. So as I'm sitting here painting this picture out of him and his team and other law enforcement personnel, they set up shop right here on this boat lunch. I could see it. I could see it in my head. The operations, incident command center, different things like that. Um, and his mother pulling up and just getting out there. I mean, hyperventilating. Can y'all imagine a mother, you know, hearing that it could be possible that they found her son somewhere on this island? Because now, can you only imagine? Damn, he was just out there with his group of friends. He left with these individuals. So guess who's going to become suspect in her head? Like, how the fuck could y'all leave my son behind like that? If y'all go out here every single year, according to Warren, according to Warren, according to Warren, Sunflower Seed, I made a whole video on that on my TikTok. I posted on my TikTok, YouTube, and also Facebook page. And good to see you, sweetheart. What I was about to say. That's why sometimes I don't look at the chat. I was on the road there. Oh yeah, the first thing that pops in her head, hey y'all, he every year, right? They go out here to Horn Island. The same group of friends. What the fuck y'all do to my son? So of course you got people on social media saying, well, them boys didn't do nothing to your son. Can't what you think the first thing's gonna pop in here? Now, she didn't say that they did anything, but can you only imagine what was going through her mind at the time? What the fuck y'all do to my son?
Look, I'm a softie. I started crying with her, and we literally sat in the parking lot on the ground in the gravel for probably 15 minutes. And we had some pretty deep discussions. She cried. I cried with her, and her husband was there as well. And I want to say this, that he's a very stoic individual, and he's.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how to be stoic. While you're speaking, people have a when they talking, y'all hands be on the bottom, right? On the bottom. When you speaking to your phone during an interview, sit your phone down or hold your hands on the side. Remove your hands from the bottom because it's covering up this is we can't hear. You're covering up the microphone. Yeah, this blood goes on. I'll tell you for the way. Yo, we went out there to get some blood. That's all we hear. That's all we hear. And again, thank you for doing this interview, but please remove your head off the microphone.
He stood there with his hand on both of our shoulders and was a part of everything. It was one of those moments you don't forget.
What was she saying? What was she saying? I mean, in a moment like that, how do you console a mother, Josh, that has been told by this disembodied voice on the phone, we found a body? I mean, what was she saying?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Again, which this is why I have an issue with Tatum. How the fuck do you console anyone, especially a mother? Fathers, hey man, cool. Hey, we got our ways of dealing with shit. Hey, don't be hugging on me and shit. Hey man, hey, cause you may get body slammed, especially this frustration that's in here. If you touch me, I'm putting your mouth in the sand. Mothers are different. Women are different, right? What can you say? hey, this possibly we found your son face down on his out. When she's sitting there crying her heart out, what words of advice do you have? Like, there's nothing you can say. Nothing. People think they can fix everything, but you can't fix that. You can't fix that. Just shut the fuck up. Damn. All this time I've been dealing with this case, I never thought about that. Queen Girls, again, thank you so much for supporting the live stream by sharing it out.
She not want to believe it was Nolan? Did she believe it was Nolan? At this point, she had not ID'd a body yet. Nobody had identified that this was Nolan. Was she holding out hope? What was going on?
She knew. She, again, mother's intuition is strong. It's very strong. In her heart, she knew. As far as what she was saying, why is always the question, you know? She asked God, why? And the rest of the conversations were just, you know, memories real quick. And I'm assuming everything was just flashing in front of her eyes because, again, it's the
Yeah, because your mind is going through a transition. It's like she lost her. She knowing she lost her son, so she experiencing that transitioning period with her son. So of course you're going to get those flashes. You're going to get those memories shooting at you, and she's going through that in real time. How can you and Tatum, you decide to put your motherfucking mouth? Your platform at the time was built around trying to protect those four individuals and just keep giving his parents pushback. Well, brother, you catching hell right now. Brother, you catching hell on social media. Tatum, did you drop a video today? Looked like he did drop a video today. 23 minutes. He's talking about the WNBA faces lawsuit. Hmm. Hmm.
beginning of the hardest.
Amy, thank you so much for the outer gamer. Crystal, thank you for the green hearts. Amy, thank you for the golden retriever. That's beautiful. Twixie to Sweets, thank you for the level up sparks. God's favorite, thank you for winking your ass at me. Crystal's girl, thank you so much for the green hearts. And also, Amy, thank you for the hand hearts. Gina, thank you for the hand hearts. Tevin, thank you for your heart meat. Twixie, thank you for your heart meat. Amy, again, thank you for your heart meat.
Time of her life.
Crystal, again, thank you for the level of sparkles. And Rory, thank you for the goat. I don't know if you're trying to say I look like a goat. And speaking of goats, I'll talk about that later.
I'm losing her son. I would say just to console her and to help anyone that possibly could.
It's no way.
What was the dad saying, if anything?
Probably quiet.
You know, he was, he was really quiet. He was a quiet gentleman, but his physical presence afforded her, made her feel safe. And I
That's
will
all
say
it
that,
is.
he stood there.
And women, y'all have to understand that men don't respond like women. I literally said while he was talking, probably nothing. He was just standing there. And yes, he was just standing there. Because again, we deal with things completely different than you all. Because at the end of the day, we have to still be there. Even though we're hurting and breaking down on the inside, we still have to show pillars to our we got to show stability to our house, to our household, to our wife, our children, girlfriend, whoever. That way she knows she still have somebody to lean on. And that's why sometimes when we get done, getting off work, we'll sit in our car damn near 20, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. Sometimes we'll go in a room by ourselves and just cut the lights off. So women, if you're um um if you're in a relationship with a man, or you're looking to get in a relationship, you have to understand that about men. Stop expecting men to be like you. Simple as that. When you learn that little lesson, man, your relationship can man, you'll have man, you talking about the most healthiest relationship. My goodness. God's favor say, I already know. Understand a man's nature. Because Nolan's stepfather, he knew exactly what was the assignment at that particular time. Now, did he show emotions? I don't know. Again, we get away from people, right? We get away. We remove ourselves because sometimes that frustration can come out at the gym. Sometimes we can go somewhere out in the woods somewhere, right? Literally punch at a tree, right? Hold on one second, Randy. Uh, punch punch at a tree, punch a light pole, hell, punch the side of our fucking car. We don't care, it's material shit. But we don't want the world to see that. I seen this one dude when he punched at a pine tree. I don't know what he was experiencing. He was being vulnerable with me. But this right here was like somewhere around 2006, 2007. And I remember because I had just got out of work and he just came in. And I remember we walked around on the side of the parking lot. He was like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And me and him, we known each other for like 3 years. And I remember it was by a chain link fence, and it was a pine tree. Y'all know sometimes when you see trees kind of like growing through the fence, it was one of those. And we was over there talking, and I could tell that he's been holding some shit in for years and years. And he just poured everything out for me, right? And I was just being a listening ear. And I was just looking at him, and he turned to the side, and when he punched that pine tree, that the way that bark fell off that fucking tree, I said, "Whoa!" Like, damn. And you're talking about a man that's been married for 17 years. Him and his wife had 6 children together. But again, I think this frustration he had built up over the years, and he was able to let it out. And we sat and talked for like damn near 45 minutes. But all I don't know if he felt good after that. I don't know if he felt worse. All I know is with the frustration that he had, I'd rather him take that out around me instead of taking it out in front of his children or his wife.
Here with us, on the ground, he's there. And his presence said a lot, and it meant a lot to his wife, to Miss Christine. And again, and that's a tough time for him as well.
So she's crying. You state that she knows deep inside that that body is her boy, her son. You start crying. Did you remain standing in the parking lot or did you sit down?
No, ma'am. Like I said, when she first came to me, she gave me a big hug, and I wrapped
Oh, I'm sorry, Kenya and Nadia. Nadia, thank you for your heartbeat. Kenya, thank you so much for your hand hearts.
my arms around her, and we sat down. We sat very quickly. We remained seating for quite some time to have that discussion, say
On
a
the
prayer. I
parking
did
lot?
pray with her right there.
In the gravel.
Yes, ma'am. On the ground, in the gravel.
Y'all were sitting
Right.
on the.
Nancy, listen, sweetheart, you got to pay attention. Okay, Nancy, remove your fucking emotions right now. You got to listen. The man said gravel three damn times. Pay attention. I know it's a lot, but pay the fuck attention. He said it 3 damn times. All right? Pay attention. All right? You dropping pins and shit. All right? You rolling up composition notepads and shit. You over there you kicking your damn desk and shit. Pay attention. Cause now his beard is changing colors. Y'all can see it. His beard is changing colors. Look at that. Look at this. Look. It's bleaching, right? I don't know if that's the sun rays, but his beard is changing colors. He's getting a little frustrated.
And you said she was hyperventilating. You sit on the ground. I believe I heard you say that you started praying.
Always. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Was she praying that it wasn't Nolan?
So, and again, I'm paraphrasing and going from the best of my memory. It was more of a prayer for peace and comfort is what I did. And I always ask for that and then for answers, and I prayed Godspeed if it is Nolan, and, for the Lord to put his protecting hands over us and everything that we do, and to be with this family and this mother, especially during these hard times. It's an emotional time.
I cannot even imagine. I'm trying to get my head around the picture of you and Miss Christine sitting on the ground in a parking lot with her crying after just been told we found a body, and she knows it's Nolan.
Oh, sure.
I thank God that you were there. I thank God that you and Nolan's dad were there to help her. I don't know how she even stood up. How did you get her to stand up?
So it was about 15 minutes we were there on the ground, and a couple times the sheriff came up and he saw what was going on, and the sheriff's staff, and they understood that it was one of those moments where we need some space. She finally, and I hate to say she called her composure, because it was an emotional time for me as well as the father, and we stood up, and the sheriff came over, and, he started discussing what the
help her
process
up?
would be. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
I don't know
Yes.
how she even stood up.
Okay. All right. Nancy. I'm gonna be honest with you, sweetheart. Some of these questions are not necessary. I mean, Nancy, let's get on with it, okay? Let's ask the real questions. And again, I'm not telling her how to run her podcast, how to run her show. But I really think some of these questions are not relevant. Like, Was y'all sitting on the ground, sitting in the gravel? Did you help her up?
By the
Okay, so
grace of
you help
God.
her up off the ground. Yeah. Okay, then what happens?
So a family and friends started to arrive, and the security let them in, and the sheriff came up, and the sheriff again, um, he had to help deliver that news, that a body was found and do his formal, and I hate to say notification because at this point he didn't say if it was Nolan or not, but he explained that a body was found and where they would be bringing that body to. Um, and from there, the family gathered, and it was, I'd say, a matter of 15, 20 minutes, maybe. We were then escorted. Christine asked me to accompany them to the coroner's office, which I was extremely honored to do so. And then the sheriff's department escorted us to that coroner's office.
Can I ask you something, Josh? When the sheriff came over, was it the sheriff or a deputy sheriff?
A deputy, please say
It was the sheriff.
The sheriff.
Do that sound odd to y'all? The sheriff? Wow. Okay, that I didn't know. Now that tells me a lot. Number one is normally in situations like that. I mean, is come on. Normally they don't have like a regular patrol deputy. They'll have like the detectives that's working that particular case will give be of some type of assistance with that. But the actual sheriff to escort y'all, wow, the sheriff. We're talking about the head nigga in charge. The one that normally sit behind the desk. They don't even get up out, they don't even come about the office unless it's time to eat or time to go to lunch or to go to the bathroom shit. Yes, the high sheriff, yeah. To do a press conference, to go out, the fucking golfing.
He comes over
Yes,
and formally tells her what she was already told on the phone. A body has been found.
And again, the reason why I say that, let me ask y'all this. Let me see how that people. How do the sheriff get his or her position? Most of the time, it'd be a man sheriff, but because of this equal opportunity, how do this person gets they're put in their position? Okay, all right, there you go. Hence why they call it the sheriff's office. That is correct. Voted in. So this why we know they was talking to me when y'all was when calling down to the station. No, you need to speak with the sheriff. You don't want to talk to no deputies. You don't want to talk to no damn detectives. You don't want to talk to nobody at the front desk. I need to schedule a meeting with the sheriff because we voted him into that seat. He worked for us, not the other way around. Again, this is why I'm so shocked that the people of Ocean Springs did not come together to put that man on the hot seat, put him at the table, demanding answers. Y'all put him in that chair. Y'all voted him in that seat. When are we going to put pressure on our politicians? Instead of going live like what I be doing, just talking, saying what we need to do. When are y'all going to take y'all ass down there to City Hall or to the sheriff's office demanding answers?
Had the body already been taken to the coroner's office?
It was en route. So he was en route to the coroner's office, and he told us, he told Christine, here's what's going on. Here's where you need to go for further information. And again, extremely professional, extremely polite. And the biggest word I can use was he was compassionate. His staff was extremely compassionate. I can't take that
How
away
was
from him.
she at that moment? Was she just numb? Did she ask questions, or did she just stand there and take it? What was her response to the sheriff coming over face to face telling her we found a body? Because, a lot of times, this from all of the bodies that you have helped recover. Guys, joining me is Josh Gill. He's our special guest tonight with the United Cajun Navy. He's the incident commander, and he was in on the search for Nolan from the beginning, and he went to the coroner's office along with the family, along with the mother and the father. So when the sheriff was, I guess, formally delivering this to her, a lot of people, when they hear it on the phone, they don't want to believe it. I didn't when it happened to me. I thought, did I get that wrong? So he comes up and tells her to her face, and there's no way to mistake what he's saying. He's right there in front of her. How did Miss Christine respond?
Just as any parent would respond. Tears, shock, disbelief, I think are some good words. But again, I don't want to take away from the compassion and the professionalism of the sheriff's department at that point. And there were more people coming up, right? And at that point, the sheriff had conversation with the mother again, and the family, and just explained the process on what was going to happen next as far as where Nolan was going, and then moving from there. But I do want to add that, during these conversations, I reiterated to the mother and, Mr. Elmore, that Nolan will be treated with the utmost dignity and respect through the process. I wanted to explain that because that's something that parents always need to hear. Family members, that their loved one will be treated with dignity and respect.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to...
So,
No, you need to take that damn earring out of your damn ear. Looking like a 1974 Rick James. Listen, you take that shit out your ear, brother. Listen, first of all, she should not be hearing that at all. Sorry, y'all. I went off topic. I'm sorry. My bad. I went off topic. Listen, I'm sorry. Sorry. Damn. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Every time I try to talk to y'all always...
So you guys make it to the coroner's office. What happens when you get to the coroner's office and Nolan's body is already there?
Correct. So we go to the coroner's office, we sit down. The coroner, he comes in, rather quickly, 10, 15 seconds once the table was filled with all the people.
When you got the fucking sheriff, and again, I think this is what I think, and again, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, and what I'm about to say is not facts. It's not backed up. It's not proven. These just allegations. These just my thoughts. I think the sheriff got his ass down there to start controlling the narrative. He didn't say nothing about no patrol deputies. He didn't say shit about the detectives. He didn't say shit about the motherfucker that took the damn initial report. The sheriff? Oh, we got to get this under control. Don't worry about y'all. I'll head down there. The sheriff? I still can't get that shit locked in. The sheriff? Wow, this is crazy.
Family members, friends, myself.
What table? Were you in a conference room?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. A conference room
gosh,
table.
at the medical examiners or coroners, everything is so sterile. and everyone I've
so-
ever been to.
So this was like an office conference room. You walked right in the door, and there it was. Didn't really have that feeling of a coroner's office, if that's fair to say. More like a business office conference room. He walks in, very polite gentleman, very professional, well-spoken, soft-spoken as well. And, basically said that, they found a body, and from initial appearance, he identified him as Nolan. He did want to take a DNA swab or get a DNA sample from the family just for, further confirmation and for, I guess, record keeping, whatever it was. But then he also, she asked about the condition, and he went into, there were no immediate signs of foul play. Okay. To me, again, my opinion in hearing this is, no signs of blunt force trauma, or any.
What if, listen to me, I want to make sure I say this correctly because I took notes. See, if I release some of this shit here on social media, they'll try to take my motherfucking page. Hold on. I want to make sure I pull up the right information. Everybody start tapping the screen.
Not just a noise, searching for facts with a curious voice. Kicking the dots, putting pieces in place. Taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight. Searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way. Bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time. Looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives. The room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through. The phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's a signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibes? Great vibes. Hey, what number? Great vibes. And who wants the truth? Great truth. Turn it up. Great vibes. Great vibes on 10. Let the whole world know. Truth, laughs, and energy everywhere we go. Great vibes on 10. We're here to win. Bring the questions and dive right in. From the shiny head to the headphones back. From the facts to research to the phone we bring back. Great vibes on 10. Up forever our friends. Turn it up loud and run it. Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on the dots, putting pieces in place, taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight, searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way, bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time, looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives. The room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through. The phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone. That's a signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibes? Great vibes. Hey, what number? Great vibes. And who wants the truth? Great truth. Turn it up. Great vibes. Great vibes on 10. Let the whole world know. Truth, laughs, and energy everywhere we go. Great vibes on 10. We're here to win.
Okay, all right, listen, I wanted to make sure that I got the correct information. Y'all listen up. Um, the, the, the medical examiner that was responsible for handling Nolan Wells the first few days, his name is allegedly Bruce Lennox, something like that, Jr. His name is Bruce Jr. And he's this white gentleman with the, I think he like brunette style colored hair, kind of a little heavy on the side, like a little heavy set. Um, and when you do a little background check on him, look at his lineage. You're talking about racism at its finest throughout his history. Now he had the body for a few days, and he handed Nolan over to his chief, um, the chief medical examiner. I think that's who you call it. Um, and her name is Stacy. And Stacy has a history. Everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Everything I'm saying is allegedly. It's a lie. You don't have to believe it. I don't care. But what I'm saying is a lie. Her name is Stacy. That's the chief medical examiner. She have a history. When black boys' bodies come through her office, come through where she have to do what they have to do, she listed though. She will list. She don't care if it was a homicide. She don't give a damn if they even knew what happened. She will list the black boys as undetermined. They don't know what happened to them. It will be undetermined. Y'all can actual or natural causes. Thank you. So you can y'all please do your research. Please. The guy's name is Bruce Jr. I think it's Lennox or something like that. Lennox, something like that. Bruce Jr. And his chief medical examiner, her name is Stacy. Do your homework. And everything I literally just said was a lie.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Any, signs of foul play. What we would consider that.
Well, I guess they hadn't seen that big red mark on the back of his occipital yet, underneath the skin. And I take it at this juncture, Josh, his throat had not been dissected to look for potential subcutaneous bruising. So
Sure.
you're telling me that from a cursory look at Nolan Wells's body, there was no sign of foul play, such as a stab wound or a bullet wound or bruises, deep gouges on the head. That, in my experience, having tried so many homicide cases, I cannot count them, is what you get from a cursory look at a body. Would you agree?
So, correct. I'm not a medical examiner nor a coroner. I have gathered information and heard multiple people speak on that, especially about the red spot, right? We'll quote unquote call it the red spot. And as I appreciate that may be pooling or whatever, it could possibly be cellular decomposition. Again, I'm not a medical examiner or a coroner, but I do know what the coroner said at that immediate.
Do y'all realize? Listen. Y'all stop going around social media talking about if we don't have proof. Stop saying that he got his ass whooped or somebody, you know. Earlier last week, I brought up pressure points. Let's say something did happen to Nolan in that way. If you got somebody in a headlock, you don't need much pressure at all, especially behind the ears, especially in this area. You can have somebody locked in right here, hitting them pressure points. Their ass is down. They're down. They're Gone. Out of there. Sleep. So it don't have to be anything with blunt force trauma. They're just FYI.
That first meeting with him.
Let's get back to what happened in that conference room. So you're there, the mom's there, the dad's there, the coroner comes in, very calm, very soft-spoken, and tells Miss Christine that he believes it's Nolan based on physical appearance and description. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
What was her reaction? Because if it were me,
Again,
I would have been holding out. It's not him. It's not him. It's somebody that looks like him. I don't believe it's him. He's out there. If I can just get out of here, I can go find him. What was her reaction?
again, it was quiet and it was a very emotional time for the family as well. I personally believe at that point she accepted that it was him.
Why do you say that?
Started.
You must have observed something that makes you say that.
Thank you, Laura.
Again, it just actions, and not denial, not beating on the table. It's not him. It's not him. Let's go. Let's keep looking. And her being in the medical profession as well as I believe a nurse practitioner. I think I will never say the word accept. She understood that what was being told to her. Right. Yeah. I'm not a parent.
Still crying?
I don't have any. Absolutely. She still cries to this day. And look, so I want to make this.
Again, I will never tell another podcaster how to run their show. Just like I don't want nobody telling me how to run my show. Nancy, do y'all think Nancy may have experienced something, and like just for a moment she's reliving that experience? I don't know. I could be wrong. Because sometimes when people go through something, especially traumatic, and when certain situations happen, it's like they're right back in that moment. It would sound, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking, right? I'm just asking. And I'm really being genuine here. You said she has had trauma. She has had a traumatic. So okay, several of you all said that she had a traumatic experience. Because it's like you could tell something is off just a little bit. No matter how much I clown around and throw jokes, something is her eyes is different. She got a different look in her eyes.
It's very clear to everybody that I support Christine and what she's doing. There's not a playbook that's written for a grieving mother who doesn't know what happened to her son. And I truly hope and pray every day, as well as my organization does, that she finds peace and comfort and she's able to accept.
And you know what else, Josh?
Whatever the results are.
I don't know
Yes.
how this would have unfolded if it had not been for the United Cajun Navy. I'm just putting that out there. For some reason, y'all have been gotten so much hate, but you guys were out there at the get-go. You're the one that went with Miss Christine to the coroner's office. You were there. You're the one that helped her stand up off the ground when she was sitting on that pavement crying. That was you.
Yep. There it is right there, people. Right there. That woman got tears coming out of her eyes. Yep. There it is. Right there. That's something personal. Listen, if you see the follow button at the top of your screen, please click that follow button. And also, if you can, let's start knocking out the gift goal. And also, if you can, get into the gift gallery. And also, thank y'all for tapping the screen being here. We're going to take a 30-second break. Y'all, let's get to it. Share the live stream out.
From beginning to end, hit that replay, run it again.
Always got questions, always digging deep, looking for answers that others might keep. Not just the headlines, not just the noise, searching for facts with a curious voice. Kicking the dots, putting pieces in place, taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight, searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way, bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time, looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives, the room gets quiet, everybody revives. You hear that voice, you know what's coming through, the phrase that nobody else can do. I know you fucking lie. Stretched out with style, the way he says it makes everybody smile. Can't copy the sound, can't copy the tone, that's the signature, that's all his own. Who brings the vibe? Hey, what number?
Again, if you're new, thank you so much for being here. Cause I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was about to go off on Nancy, but what I do is when I listen to somebody, again, y'all know me. I'm trying to listen to what you're not saying, and that goes with what I've taught this to you all, and most of y'all know this: body language. And from I'm looking right, what y'all see the TikTok, the little video, and YouTube Rumble, y'all see the video bigger. Um, like I'm looking at her, and she have like this gaze, this because I mean, just for what she even said to him. You was right there. You was there to console her. You was there. She's not talking to him. She's talking to somebody else. Nancy is talking to somebody else. The question is who? Do I? You said she lost her husband. I didn't know this. I see it. You said 19 years old, her husband passed in 2000. Wow. Her fiance was unalived. Oh, that explains it. So I take that back what I said about 30 minutes ago about her asking some questions, some crazy questions that's not related. I take that back. Again, y'all, I didn't know. My condolences to her and her. I didn't know. I promise you, I didn't know. That's why she became she became a prosecutor. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. I didn't know. When you get a backstory, you said how I didn't know that GV. Queen T. I didn't know. I didn't know. I okay. How about this? I lack to do my research on Nancy Grace, and I guess I wasn't looking into her like that. Cat, thank you so much. Just got the hair all over your eyes and stuff. She got the gray hair too. Just she took Cat when she took the picture. She said, "GV, look." um, I didn't see the reason why to do any type of background, like to see exactly. I didn't know, y'all. I didn't know. Late fiance was Keith Griffin, a 23-year-old college student who was shot and killed by. Wow. So now she here, college student, cause Nolan Wells was in college. He was a young man. He lost his this shit makes sense. This definitely a trigger for her. You say I just said it the first time. You said, "Does Nancy have a personal experience?" Yeah, you did, and y'all, a lot of y'all said yes, she did. But that detail like that, again, anyway. Now I have to move from. Now I got to be a little bit more understanding and compassionate, and I got to be a little bit more patient with this interview because I understand now. You said so what? She needs to be unbiased, Mika. That is correct. That is correct. 'Cause Nancy is very biased in this situation. Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's moving over just a little bit, but you could pretty much tell what side she's leaning on. Um, but but again, for me, that makes sense. Okay.
United Cajun Navy.
Yes, ma'am.
I support her too, and my fondest dream is that we find out that this was an accident. But until we get to that point, this investigation must go on. So he comes in and tells her that. Then what happens?
What's the fastest way to go viral right now?
Dancing? Doing something crazy? Posting 3 times a day?
Nope. That's what everyone's doing. That's why it doesn't work anymore.
Okay then, going controversial.
So there were some questions, right? He asked the family if there was anything they needed to know. And I asked a question. And the question I asked was, can you please explain the process on where Nolan's going to go, what's going to happen from there? And he did. He explained that he would be going to the crime lab, I believe it was, on what was going on for further autopsy. Again, and I'm paraphrasing this. And we all understood it. We understood that what was going to happen, where it was going, and what would happen from there. Again, and I have to say this and reiterate this, that the family was in shock. I mean, it's horrible news to receive. I can't imagine it. I'm an empath, and I still can't possibly imagine how it feels to receive that information that your son is no longer, here or with the family, no matter what the outcome is. Here's the issue, though, is that we have to be prepared to accept and understand what's told to us as far as results of the grand jury or whatever it is. I want to make sure that people understand the prayers for peace and comfort are there daily for this family as well as the nation, because this is a hard time for the nation and Ocean Springs in particular.
What happened then? You asked about the
No, this not a tough time. No, really it is. It really is, because the fucking politicians out there trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and how probably most of their ass gonna get locked up. If shit really hits the fucking fan, yep, there y'all go.
procedure. Let me make sure I understand this. The coroner identified Nolan based on description, because I've seen a photo, which we have not shown, of Nolan's body where it washed up. Well, I say washed up. That's really a term of art. I don't know that he washed up. I don't know how his body got right there, because it seems to me it was half in the sand and half in the water, right? So I don't know how it got there. That said,
y'all remember we asked that yesterday, right? When we went to Google Maps and we pulled up the alley, and I was just trying to figure out, how would his body end up like that? Like, we looked at it, and I kept saying it doesn't make sense. None of this shit make sense. None of it. I'm just saying. All right.
he made this ID based on the description given to him of Nolan, but wasn't the actual ID made from dental records?
So I don't know. I don't know what the actual ID was made from, if it was from dental records or if it was a DNA swab. He did discuss collecting DNA with the mother before we left. I did not
Were you
witness
there
that. I
when the
did not
DNA was
see.
collected?
I was not. I don't know how they caught it, how they got it. But it was a discussion. But again, the coroner was confident, and his confidence level was high that was Nolan. And I think that's what Miss Christine wanted to do, or wanted to understand. And the reason being, I think that there's that professional courtesy of, understanding he's the coroner. She is a nurse practitioner, and he wouldn't tell her those things if it was not in his heart.
Attention homeowners, Nancy Grace here. Scammers are using AI to steal from you. With forged paperwork and just a signature, they can claim control of your property on record. United Cajun Navy with Miss Christine Nolan's mother at the time she was taken to the coroner's office. Dave Mack, Crime Stories investigative reporter, very quickly, wasn't Nolan identified through dental records? That's a yes, no, please.
Yes, ma'am. He was identified with dental records.
To Jeff Gentry joining us. Jeff, thank you for waiting so patiently. Forensic certified bloodstain pattern analyst, crime scene analyst, death investigator, author of Forensic Science. Jeff, why did they have to use dental records to identify Nolan Wells' body?
Nancy, usually dental records are used when other forms of identification cannot be utilized. So the first thing that we always try to do is to visually identify somebody. And if you have family there or friends or an ID, something to reference to visually identify the person, then that is the first step. So just getting a general idea of who they are. Then you want to move to a scientific form of identification. And that is something based on a scientific discipline. So there is proof that it is the person when it goes to court, or additional questions are asked later. Your first form of scientific identification is fingerprints. That's always going to be the easiest and fastest. And if he had an ID or a driver's license, then there should be a fingerprint on file to be able to identify this person rather quickly. However, in this case, if he had been deceased for a day or two before he was found, then forms of scientific identification like fingerprints or even like a visual identification may not necessarily be available. So in those scenarios,
can y'all imagine? We're talking about, because we know in salt water, there's all types of marine like stuff, bacteria that's in the water. So you got the body already decomposing, because it starts like on a cellular level, and then you got things in the water that's eating. I mean, they couldn't recognize his face. And y'all, this right here, it's not even, yeah, we're not even talking about 3 full days out there on the water, let alone 2 full days. 2 full days. And already you could not recognize the face.
then you move to alternate forms of identification like dental records. So that you would have to get the person's dental records from when they were alive to compare them against dental records taken when they're deceased at the autopsy. The last form of identification that's used, which is the most expensive and most time consuming, would be DNA. However, if you're going to take this case to court and it's going to be tried like a homicide, then you would probably want to use a form of identification like DNA, because it's much more solid. You can verify with percentages how likely it is that the person is who you believe they are. So that's why dental records were most likely used in this case versus something simple and fast like fingerprints or visual identification.
Jeff Gentry can be found at evidenceoverassumption.com. Jeff, my takeaway from what you just said is they could not make a visual identification and they could not use fingerprints. You said those were the first 2 choices, then dental, then DNA. Why would they not be able to make a visual ID?
I'm assuming because he was outside and in the elements for a day or so. It's hot, it's July, it's very warm weather. However, in most cases where I have seen drownings where the person is underwater for a period of time, their body is pretty well preserved. Unless we're talking about like multiple days, weeks that this person is underwater, usually the water is cooler temperature. And if that person is face down in the water or completely submerged, their body is pretty well preserved until they surface. Usually a body after a couple of days surfaces. So I'm really surprised that he was on the shore. I've never personally investigated a drowning case where a person just ends up on the shore, especially if there's not a strong current or waves.
Y'all, this interview was done today. Did we not say this shit on yesterday, y'all? Did we not say this shit on yesterday? So we cannot, GV, behave. If we met up somewhere with no cameras, I would tell y'all what I really want to say. But I have to be respectful. And I have to stay within, social media rules and guidelines. Because at the end of the day, the platform, this is what I do. We have to protect the platform. But that's crazy work. We were just, last night, for like an hour, we were just brainstorming. And I kept being fixated on that part of the island and how the island curves out and back in. If they were to the right of that little, I call it like an outer divot, whatever the fuck you call it, how his body because I'm looking at the current. It was a calm day. How the fuck did that happen? That sounds like, to me, his body was placed there. Wasn't no fucking drowning, allegedly. It don't sound right. It doesn't fit a drowning. Your body halfway on the sand and halfway in the water on a calm, sunny, warm day. That do not sound like a drowning. Saying we gotta watch what the fuck to say on this crazy ass platform. I'ma say it. I don't really give a damn who like it. Somebody put his body there. If you don't like it, go to hell.
Usually in bodies of water, the person will stay in pretty much the location where they go underwater if it's witnessed. They don't usually move around much after they have submerged or gone underwater. So to me, it's very concerning that he was on the shore, or that his body surfaced that quickly. But that's what I am guessing is why they couldn't do an immediate visual identification with the family or even fingerprints. So I would really like to know more about the condition of the body. That's what I am assessing as a death investigator when I respond to a scene. So there should be a death investigation report from a death investigator who has experience looking at bodies and has experience examining these type of things, to show exactly what his condition was when he was found. And if the body is decomposed more than what you would normally expect in a drowning case, that should be a big red flag. That's something that you definitely need to look into further.
Viagra and Cialis, they increase blood flow down there. That's why you can physically perform, but they do nothing for arousal.
So this Rougiette stuff is different?
Yeah, Rougiette has an ingredient called apomorphine in it, and it's the only ED medication that works in your brain to boost arousal. You get both blood flow and arousal.
The apomorphine inside flips a switch in his brain, gets him fired up quick. Like, now our nights finally feel natural and fun again.
It's also up to 3 times stronger than generic ED meds, and 81% of men say they prefer Ready over other ED treatments.
He got his first month free for what we're getting. Absolute steal. Tell him to take the quiz at rougietteready.com. You can thank me later.
So
If you're on the market, um, um, looking for a new podcast microphone, if you're thinking about getting into podcasts, I would suggest you get the big black, uh, um, the Blue Yeti, the big black kind. Is it moves in different directions depending on your angle. It comes with a metal base, right? It's a metal base. You could put this on any surface, and it has a rubber bottom, as you can see, so it won't move no matter how much pressure is put on this microphone, especially when you're having intense conversations. This microphone would not move. All right. So whenever y'all can, you can get on you can get on Amazon, and get you a big black Blue Yeti. All right, it's a limited time offer, and it has several buttons. Right, you can mute it. You can This is your gain knob. You can have the different directional microphone patterns depending on your angle of speaking. And also, you have another gain volume back here. You can make it go low, and you can make it go high. You can make it go short, or you can make it go tall. It's your preference, okay? Whatever fits your boat. All right. So just get your Blue Yeti, and we're going to continue on. All right.
You're saying, let me follow up on what you just said. You find it.
You beautiful baby. Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Now we arguing. Now you throwing soundtracks and we arguing. You said what an awesome advertisement. Yeah, I mean.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Doogie is the cutest poop machine. His poops are stinky, but his snuggles are supreme. Doogie is the cutest poop machine. His poops are stinky, but his snuggles are supreme.
Why in the hell TikTok arguing? I ain't saying shit. Why the fuck is TikTok arguing? You got one person, they arguing on here, right?
You are my white chocolate daddy and
shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Listen, all right? She said, how do you do that? Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for following. If you see the follow button at the top of your damn screen, hit that follow button. Man, if you laughed at my commercial, first of all, I didn't start that commercial. It came here on the screen, was talking about some Viagra. I ain't say shit. I was just trying to advertise that microphone because I want Blue Yeti to sponsor this channel. If they see my advertisement, hopefully one day they can pick me up, all right, and sponsor this channel, all right. So if y'all was laughing, I don't know why y'all were laughing. That's y'all problem, not mine. Wherever y'all minds went, I can't control it. I can only control what I do with these black microphones. Now let's get back on the topic.
Odd that he was quasi on the shore. You also stated that location where the body is found is typically where they went under. You also said that the body must have been too decomposed to make a facial ID. I did not hear an explanation as to why fingerprint ID was impossible.
Fingerprint identification would be impossible if the hands were dried out to an extent where they can't be fingerprinted. Sometimes people that are underwater, or if the hands are underwater, the skin, just like if you're in the bathtub for a prolonged period of time, the skin ends up looking the same way. It just gets kind of wrinkled, and it's very hard to get a usable or workable fingerprint in those scenarios. So one scenario would be the body is too decomposed to get a fingerprint or a visual identification. And then the alternate scenario is the body or the hands were exposed to the water too long to where they just are not able to get a good workable print. So those are the different possibilities. But again, his position at the edge of the bank or partially in the water, that's really concerning because there's tons of people around that area. If he was in that position or on the shore decomposing for a day or so, why did nobody see him? Those would be my type of questions that I would ask if I were a death investigator responding to this scene.
Jeff, I'm looking right now at the photo of his body. And it's about, the beach is flat. And I would say it's about 3 to 4 feet from where there's nothing but sand, no water. It looks like it's at just as the water is starting, like you could walk in it very easily and your ankles may not even get wet. He's not out in the water at all.
This is how my employees clock in today. This little thing has helped my business save tens of thousands of dollars. Remember how we used to clock?
He's on the beach and on wet sand. That's the way to put it. It's wet sand. He's not out in the water, Jeff Gentry. What does that mean, if anything?
That's really abnormal. I would have a ton of questions in that case. I would wonder if there's no waves, no strong current, why is that body up on a shore? How did it get there? And just like when we're looking at blood evidence or other forms of evidence, if something is in a certain position within a scene, you have to question how it got there. I have investigated a lot of deaths, bodies in canals, rivers, lakes, large bodies of water, never really near the ocean to where you would expect somebody to wash up to shore. But in these cases, even though there's strong current, waves, large bodies of water, I've never really seen bodies up on a shore, especially up out of the water enough to where they could decompose significantly to where they can't be identified or can't be fingerprinted. So that would be a very big question that I would have in this case is, with the absence of waves, with the absence of a strong current, how in the world did this 19-year-old man end up on shore out of the water?
Josh, I'm going to pick back up with you and Nolan's family at the coroner's office, but you disagree with Jeff's characteristic. Explain.
Wind, wave, tides, currents. If you look, there's also there's some pictures, some aerial pictures that show driftwood way on the beach. Those four things are what impacted, as I appreciate, where Nolan ultimately ended up. If you look in one of those pictures, man, a wave is about to come right over and crest right near where the body's at. So that shows that there is some wave actions and some currents. The winds, the waves, the tides, the currents have a huge impact on anything that's put into that water. It's known as the washing machine. It's a high tide, high current area.
Hey, hold on, motherfucker. Hold on. I was with your ass for a second. We pulled the weather from that day, from July 4th. The waves wasn't going like that. Not enough to wash a body up on the shorelines like that. Y'all remember when we talked about the weather? Motherfucker, it was very calm outside, partly cloudy. The winds was between 3 to 7 miles an hour. That's not enough to get no damn tide waves, motherfucker. Who paying you?
So that's that was the first things that I looked at whenever I saw that picture, and that is one of those pictures that I showed to the sheriff immediately as I received it. The stuff that's dark in that picture right there, I believe that's debris, and that debris could have easily, or was, washed up on that island. And if you look at the picture as well into the water, the white is that's wave action, either from wind, tides, or currents. So, and it's going towards the beach. You know, when you walk down the beach and you find shells and you find, you know, the bottle with the message in it, it gets washed up on the beach.
You big dummy. Do you know how many hurricanes came up that way over the past 10 years? You're not talking about that. We're talking about the 4th of July, you big dummy. We're not talking about some shit that probably been there over the past 30, 40, 50 motherfucking years. We're talking about the 4th of July, you half-breed motherfucker. I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't stand. I got a good feeling somebody is paying this man. Why the fuck your ass, why the hell the sheriff is there? Y'all, I didn't mean to crash out like this, but god damn it.
Okay, so I think in simple terms, you're saying you believe the body was washed up from the water to that location. Okay, and Gentry is saying typically a body is found where it goes in the water, so you're right. Tidal experts, water experts will have to determine that. I want to get back to you at the coroner's office. A dental exam was used to make the ID, which leads me to another question. If they could not, if his face and his fingertips were so decomposed that they can't make an ID, then how do they know there was not bruising or there was not skin marks on his face, on his hands? That's a whole nother thing. You're not a medical examiner. I get it. But that's a question that needs to be answered back to you. They, the family, Miss Christine, the dad, were asked to provide DNA. Okay. You did not see the DNA taken, probably a buccal swab. What happened then?
So if I may add one thing, is I think that'd be a great question to ask the coroner is, you know, how did he identify? Because he was pretty sure, you know, in his best professional opinion, that was Nolan. And maybe maybe he wanted the dental records just out of professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, isn't that one of the most definite ways to identify? Sure, and out of courtesy to the family, let's do it the easy way for you as well as to get the dental records. So you know, moving forward, man, we left. We went to the house. There was a gathering at the house, and the people started to pour in, and it was a very emotional time. Again, the family, the friends and family that were there they were extremely welcoming to myself. Todd Terrell also came you know, he came within, I don't know, 30 minutes. We stayed there for about 30 minutes. We had conversation with the mother, Mr. Elmore, and some of the other family members and discussed a couple things with them. GoFundMe being one of them. And we wanted to assist with that as far as the development and helping to spread the word on that piece, as well as offer our services, you know, and anything that we could possibly do to assist this family in this time of grief. We're there for them. Still there today. Anything that they possibly need, we're here to provide. If it's a shoulder to cry on, we're there. If she wants to get in an airplane or if she wants to get in a boat and go back out to Horn Island, we're there. We got it for her. She's been offered those services. We just want her to know and the family to know that we're there. We're 110% supportive because, again, there's no playbook on how to grieve the loss of a child.
Get a GoDaddy website, email, and matching domain bundled together for one low price. It's everything you need to bring your business on.
Hi.
And on damn one low price because my ass paying $70 a fucking month for my damn website and my domain. And I'm not even done with the fucking website. So y'all can go in there and make your purchases, you know, with the, you know, the Great Vibes t-shirts and the hats and the different things that $70 damn a month. That shit ain't cheap. The fuck? Sorry y'all, I'm just speaking out loud.
Good luck. Josh, at that time when you were.
Because if y'all, hold on one second. If y'all go, look. If y'all go to greatvibes.on10.com, it'll take you here. Okay, that's my website. Of course, right? Y'all see it. Of course, that's my website. Don't play with it. Got my videos and everything. Boy, I'm telling you, I am some type of handsome right here. Don't fuck with me. Don't play with me. Okay, now of course I gotta do some updates and shit to my products that we have for sale on here. So I'm still working on that. Don't play with it. I'm a thug. Okay, anyway. Let's go.
At Nolan's home after leaving the coroner's office with the family.
You said, why is there a white mic when I have a black one? Because at the time when I did the website, this is the microphone that I was using, which is a nice microphone. And I had this part right here, white and blue. This lights up. So that's why it's a white microphone on there. GV, how many microphones you have? You can never have too many microphones when you run the podcast. Because anytime one of these motherfuckers can go down. And y'all have experienced that already.
Was there any concern that there had been foul play?
It really didn't come up. It just didn't come up. I think that whole grieving process, and it hit her hard when they got back to the house. At what point did potential foul play or the thoughts of foul play or the accusations come into mind?
I'm sorry, y'all. I disagree with this statement right here. Let's continue.
I don't know.
I think you're probably right that at that time she walks in, Josh, and she comes into a home where she knows her son will never be back in his room ever again.
Man.
And when you see all the relatives and neighbors come in, it gets real. It's real.
It does.
And the pictures of Nolan are still
real.
out. I mean, all the family photos are there, and I don't know when it hits you that that's all you have going forward. That's it. Photos and memories. Photos and memories.
So, ma'am, if I can say one thing.
Please do.
I hear the emotion in your voice, right? I can hear it in your voice, and that's a sympathetic emotion for that mother. Knowing that she has, at that point when she walked through that door, it became real, and it became the hardest day, the beginning of the hardest time of her life. Again, that's I pray every day for the peace and comfort. But ma'am, seeing that coming from you, and understanding the emotion behind it and what this lady's going through and what this family's going through and what the community's going through, it's very important. It's important to know that there's a lot of people that are extremely upset, and they lost a community member who was loved and cherished. So, it's a tough time for everybody.
Josh, did you speak with Nolan's mother again after that day?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We've had numerous conversations. And a lot of we had conversation about a forensic pathologist, a secondary forensic pathologist. She wanted one. I gave her a recommendation.
I know y'all motherfucking lying. I know y'all lying. Listen, can I get 9 people to knock out this live goal? I just need 9 people to knock out this live goal. We been here 2 damn hours. I know y'all lying. He got something for an attachment at the bottom. Listen. Uh, listen. Um, can I get Gina? Thank you for the hand hearts. Again, Marcella, thank you. Sister Soul, thank you for the 58 roses. Kiki, thank you for the love you. Rory, thank you for your awesome. Nikki, thank you for the love you. Marshawn, thank you for the hat and mustache. Kim C, thank you for the Rosa. Kiki, thank you for the love you so much. Paulette, thank you for your hand hearts. Dee Dee, thank you for the love you so much. Nail, thank you so much. Neil, thank you for the rose. Laminate, Kelly, and Nora, Miss M, all of y'all, thank y'all for the roses. And also Crystal, Laminate, damn, okay, thank y'all for the roses. These virtual roses is a motherfucker. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Really appreciate it. Damn, y'all throwing roses after I bring up the new Yeti, Big Black Mike. That's a damn shame. It's a damn
Recommendation that I
shame.
got from somebody.
It's a damn shame.
She also discussed an attorney. She sent those messages as well. But the majority of our conversations, man, to be honest with you, were I'd send something to her, keep your chin up and your chest out and just know that you've got a lot of people that love and support you. I wanted to give her words of encouragement because I know how important that is to a family, but also let her know that if there's any questions that she has that I could possibly take some of that weight off of her shoulders or off of her family's shoulders to help assist, that I'll do it for her. And we're here for her.
Did she have questions?
It's not really because she got an attorney rather quickly, which is fine, whatever, that's on them. Again, the conversation turned into, very cordial. Thank you. Thanks for the prayers.
Tizzy.
Now, we did have a conversation at one point, ma'am, about another young man that I was looking for, Jadarius Manyweather, and I brought her up to speed on that case. And she said, and she told me explicitly, please give the prayers, our prayers to the family of Jadarius, which that was very important as well, because as a grieving mother, she wanted to express her concern and her prayers to another family who lost a young child.
Joining us tonight, special guest, Cajun Navy
thank you.
Incident Commander Josh Gill. If you know or think you know anything,
Creation Kings, thank you so much. Kiki, thank you for the 11 donuts, and also thank you for the meal you faxed me last night. It was very good. It took like 2 hours for it to come through the fax machine, but when it came, I put it in the microwave and it was good. Thank you. Lala, thank you again for the love you. Lala, thank you again for the love you. Rory, thank you for the rose. Power to the people, thank you so much for the rose. Power to the people again, thank you to the rose. When I ask y'all for something, y'all come right through. I really appreciate that. Y'all knocked out that goal. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So listen, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we talked about how number one is they hired a new lawyer that's from the area. And number two is we still have questions. Even though I made a statement, and that was an emotional response, I made a statement saying, alleging that Nolan's body was not just like he just fell off in some water and this body just washed back up on shore like that, right? Just washed up on shore. I believe, right? That's my opinion. I believe that his body was placed there on that shoreline. Again, when you think about these fights that occurred and how Warren explained how these fights happened, talked about the different arm bar, it makes sense, especially if it's done right. Because at this age, some of these teenagers, especially the young boys, they still don't understand their strength. And again, I'm not saying Nolan was involved in the fight because I don't have any proof Even though it's a lot of allegations, it was notes being pushed out on social media, different texts that was pushed out on social media about people saying that they witnessed Nolan being in the fight. I still cannot take that. I'm just looking like a fly on the wall. Okay, these are still allegations. But people still having questions about this bruising, whatever this thing is on the back of his head. I'm not a doctor. I don't know the right term for it. Whatever. When you put somebody in an arm bar, again, you're around too many pressure points. And pressure points can knock your ass out, especially if it's happening near water. Probably could have fainted, or anything. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But according to the coroner's office, the medical examiner's office, they have a long history of after they do their research, their results come out, especially towards black boys, black individuals, undetermined. They don't care. It's undetermined. And how did the first report come out? Right? How did the first report come out? Put in the chat. The first report that came out was what? Remember when Ben Crump got up there and tried to read the report? And y'all was laughing the whole time? When Ben Crump stood up there for damn near an hour. Nikki, I know you lying. So again, they have this case sealed. They're not releasing any information to the public, let alone they're not even giving any updates about anything. And again, people are demanding answers because we don't want. Alavera, check your phone. We don't want this to turn up just like all the other cases in the past. And the city government of Ocean Springs don't like this at all. They don't like it one bit. I seen somebody put in the comments, it's going to be a lot of open positions in the city of Ocean Springs. See, Ocean Springs never thought that they was going to get this type of, public scrutiny, right? They just thought it's going to be a city that's hiding down there at the bottom of Mississippi near the Gulf of America. And they were just going to just chill out and do their thing. And thought this behavior is going to just keep happening over and over and over again. They did not know social media was going to pull this pull this story like this. So what do you do? As the mayor of that town, as the governor of that state, what do you do? Can y'all imagine the conversations that he's having with other governors of other states and whoever the fuck they have to answer to? How his state right now is under this type of microscope on social media. And we know right now on social media, the panel isn't open. We know social media right now is the modern day media, right? Public opinion. This is the public newsroom. This is the public courts. And again, the public courts can go left, right, up, down, because most of this shit don't be true anyway, right? That's why I call it the public opinion. But it's just the mouth, right? the chatter. And what governor wants that on his state? What mayor wants that on his city? Because now, if push come to shove, now you're putting their jobs on the line, along with other politicians. You're talking about their cabinet and other people that's working with them, like the sheriff. So what do you do? The only thing I'm gonna say is just keep being a voice, because I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. What y'all been doing is y'all been protecting this platform by throwing out these crazy ass gifts with these crazy ass the music and shit. Shit, boy. YouTube is getting better. I will say that. Rumble is still trying to get off the ground. But we know TikTok is very sensitive. And again, y'all notice we haven't been getting violations. And I'm not going to say walk on knock on no wood, because I'm speaking that into the universe. That's because of y'all. And y'all finally listen to me. Right? Tapping the screen, make sure y'all hit the live goal, different things like that. They won't mess with us, and y'all see that. So we can let these videos play longer. You said maybe Mississippi will finally get put in the spotlight. Power to the people. Again, when you look at your U.S. articles and also the United States Constitution, which, one and the same. Again, they say we the people, not they the government. It's we the people. All right. Yes, Nicole, we're in it, and yes, strength is in numbers. So you said drop the rumble. What what you mean drop the rumble? You talking about my username? If it's my username, it's the same username across all platforms. That's right, Tay Tay. We will not give up on Nolan Wells, because right now we are trying to send a message. That's why I said at the beginning, this is bigger than Nolan Wells. This is a message we're sending. This behavior that y'all are used to, this shit is about to change. It's all about motion. All about motion. All right. You said your fingers hurt, Chrissy, from tapping the screen. Uh, uh, um, you said you have a dirty mind, GV. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. How can you read my mind? Um, she said, but we know you, GV. No, it's not about having a dirty mind. I just try to keep energy going in the chat, and I can redirect that energy. That's easy. That's easy. Um, that's easy. That's easy. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards anyone. Um, I don't want to come off the wrong way. Um, I'm just here to have fun. That's all. You said we. You said we like it. You said my eyes give it away. No, I got those are cataracts. You can buy those off Amazon. You could buy cataracts off Amazon. Yeah, you can buy it. So listen. Um, uh, So again, you're ranking what? Listen, again, thank y'all for being here. Tay always laughing. It's thank y'all. uh you said GV, you're sideways, but your head always look the same no matter how you turn. How you know what my head look like? Uh I'm not ignoring nobody. Do you see how fast the comments are going? See, this is what y'all do. When I try to read some of the comments, when I address the comments, y'all still going off on me. It's the comments are going. April, thank you for the love you. Laura, I be trying. It's like you cannot satisfy. It's like you cannot satisfy people. I'm trying to read the damn comments, and y'all still going off on me. Damn. So again, uh thank y'all for being what? Thank y'all. Thank God damn. Listen, you said where can you find cataracts on Amazon? You gotta go to go to your cart. I think you already put in your cart. Your cart. Look in your TikTok shop cart. You can find the cataracts in there. Um you said why are you making that noise? Because it's who said it was me? Uh um you said I love when you read some of my comments. I can see your face. Yeah, I try not to read your comments because your ass you be on the deep end. Thank you, Laura. He has a cat. Sorta. Used to. uh uh you said do I still have the puppet? No, I threw his ass. No, his ass somewhere running down the street. I let his ass out the house and I don't know where he went. He saw some he saw another dog with a vagina and never came back home. The power of women. The power of women. The power of women. So um, he'll be back. He been gone for like 2 weeks now. He'll be back. He'll be back. Probably got her pregnant, scared to come home. And when I hear him scratching at the door, then I know that playtime is over. I just hope he found because I mean in my neighborhood I have a few lakes like back here in the golf course area. I have 2 lakes in my backyard, right? Well, it's in the golf course. I have a lake like 700 feet to the right. There's another lake like right there on the other side of the bridge. So I'm pretty sure he out there drinking water, staying a little hydrated. So you say get him fixed. Yeah, he probably got some bitch pregnant. So the panel is not open because we about to end this live. Did I put some food out for him? Yeah, I put some collard greens. I put some collard greens out last night. So we'll see if he eat it. You need a focus button. I'm gonna try. Um, Didi, what you said? All right, y'all listen. So your backyard is wet. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mm. Uh, I just hope she's taking care of him. I really hope that dog is taken care. So again, moderators, thank y'all, and everybody that's been in the chat, brighten up my evening. Thank y'all so much, man. YouTube Rumble, man. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I love the energy tonight. Y'all really put a smile on my face tonight. Even though this shit was heavy to listen to. Like this right here was heavy. But again, y'all found a way to brighten up. Again, that's why they call us Great Vibes and the Great Vibes on 10 family. Um, Y'all try to find a way how to keep that energy up. And there's nothing like this family. Nothing like the O10 family. So again, thank y'all. From Apple user to Tania. Tania, good to see you again, sweetheart. Miss V, Turner, Nikki, Lil Mama, being a top gifter, you should see the #1 badge next to your name. Kiki, So Plain Jane. So Plain Jane. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, sweetheart. You #3. Crystal Girl, Nikki, Behavior Talks, Laura, Marcella, Gina, AJ, Tizzy, Cat Soul Bless, Miss Netta, April the Nurse, Yvonne. Damn, it's a lot of y'all. God's Favorite, Pretty Girl, and Cover, Marshawn, Miss V, and Nora, Turner's Tumblers, Tania, Tina, Sister Souls, Tay Tay, Denisha, Shell, Dee, Anna, Creation Kings, Queen Neil, B. Jeannie, Candy Cane, Darla. And let's give a shout out to B. Jeannie, Laura, Candy. What the hell is Chelsea? Chelsea would come in at the beginning of the live stream, and I would see her for like 5 minutes, and then she just poof, she's gone. Kiki, thank you for the 5 donuts. La Love, thank you so much. La Love again, thank you so much. You said she had the shit. Okay, got it. As long as we wipe. That's the most important part of doo-dooing. You need to wipe. That's why it's very important. You go to Sam's Club to get these doo-doo wipes. You can call them doo wipes, but I call them doo-doo wipes. And they're very easy on the skin. But you got to remember, when you're using these wipes, you put a finger on one of those, the end of the cloth, and you got to get up there in that ass crack because you don't want no lingering crumbs, okay? Lingering crumbs come to sweaty ass come to stank ass. All right? So, keep some in your car. GV, do you use them on your microphone? No. No.
Pissy pants, pissy
Shut your
pants,
fucking mouth!
pissy pants.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Pissy pants.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Kiki do that shit on purpose. There goes dinner. Or you can, when you get done shitting, just the shower is right there next to the toilet. Just get in the shower and clean your ass. And that's why it's very important to have three rags, 2 minimum. You need one for your face, one for your body, and one for your ass. Y'all see how my face is like so smooth? I don't have bumps and shit like people be having. I don't have issues with my skin. Like none. Don't wipe your face with the same rag that you wipe your ass. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. Yeah. No, don't, no, listen, listen. Okay, all right. They telling me, yeah. See, thank y'all for agreeing with me. Thank y'all. People, see, it's not just me that do that. Okay? Use one rag for your private area and use the other rag for your body. And if you want to be even bougier, use a third rag for your face. So when I see people with bumps and shit all on their neck and their face and shit, I'm like, man, stop wiping your face with your ass. Stop ass wiping your face. Simple. All right, who next? Who else? Don't be telling me to go to bed. Who else needs some advice about handing your face off to your ass? So the next time somebody talk crazy to you, you be like, man, fuck you, ass face. and watch the reaction of them. Like if somebody's really going crazy on you, you just be like, man, shut the fuck up, ass face. And you're gonna have them thinking for a minute. They're gonna be like, fuck you mean, ass face? Good night, GV. I'm praying for you. I need it. You said too much information. No, the fucked up face is too much. That's too much public knowledge. that don't need to be released to the public. All right, that shit need to stay in hide. That skin needs to go back in hibernation. Need dig that. Don't put that back in the ground. Who else got a question? How do we handle an unruly live stream host? Swipe up or swipe left, swipe right, swipe out the live stream. Don't have to be here. All right, next question. What was your diagnosis? Damn, busted. Busted. I'll show you my paperwork tomorrow, ranking. Anybody else? Virginia, I love you. You said front to back? No. Back to front. You wipe back to front. Any other questions? Plain Jane, what? You said HR want to see me? HR was trying to shut me down. Yeah. Nahami. Yeah, you wipe back to front. So all that shit back there, you got to bring it forward so you can see it. Anything else? You said, what if you got long nails? Scratch it like you scratching off a scratch off ticket. Like if you get your lottery ticket, yeah, same method. Next question. Next question. Next question. What if you don't have hands? Lick it. You're flexible enough. Go back there and lick it. Next question. Queen T, I don't know what's going on. Why they keep knocking you out. Lala, I know why you sent that. Okay, that was I know why Lala sent that. Okay, Lala, I got the message. How do you get so shiny? Taking a shower. I love to stay clean. There's like when I tell y'all, I have to there's man, ooh, that's a pet peeve. You gotta stay clean. Oh my goodness, you have to stay cleaner and also eat somewhat normal. And Vaseline, now I just use regular Vaseline. I never use any lotions, none of that stuff on my skin. Just all Vaseline. Because people in the past told me, well, GV, you keep using Vaseline, it's going to I'm 42 years old. I mean, my mama been using Vaseline on me since I was a baby. And I'm 42. What the fuck is wrong with my skin? Nothing. It's smooth as a baby's ass. I ain't got no bumps and shit all on the back of my neck or none of that bullshit. We have several requests to mute the host. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Okay. They want me muted. I'll be quiet. See y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Always prepared, different vibes for every moment shared. Music, research, or something brand new. He's got a setup for whatever he'll do. Let the whole world know. Bring that energy everywhere we'll go. Great vibes on 10. Turn it up again. That's the kind of vibe you can't pretend. Great vibes on 10. Say it loud, say it proud. Bring it to and bring the crowd. From beginning to
questions, always digging deep, looking for answers that others might keep. Not just the headlines, not just the noise, searching for facts with a curious voice, connecting the dots, putting pieces in place, taking the time to examine the case. Facts on the table, questions in sight, searching for truth from morning to night. Got great researchers helping along the way, bringing information into the light every day. Doing the work, taking the time, looking for answers and following the signs. And everybody knows when that moment arrives, the room gets quiet, everybody revives.